Okay, so then the second thing, and in the last meeting, and even maybe a meeting prior, I had a hodgepodge of different suggestions relative to perhaps, or relative to, say, transportation, the bus, and then I think Councilman Robles had discussed, the potential to do a small stipend to go along with our economic development, workforce development. And so, given the conversation tonight about the increase in rates, right? I wanted to do this in a little bit more of a controlled or more well thought out measure, but I think because of the conversation tonight, I wanted to take all of what we've been talking about and bringing back and kind of go to a higher, more global perspective and to say, can we please investigate things that are within the scope of the city? So busing, workforce development, waste management, right? Can we take a look at ways to make the pain a little less for those folks who do not have the ability to increase their SSI, their Social Security, right? So something like, if you're over the age of 65 and your sole source of income is Social Security, are there things that are are there services that we provide that we could help ease the pain a little bit, right? So it would be limited or not, it would not just include waste management, buses, et cetera, or workforce development. So I guess what I'm trying to ask for is, can we come back with some ways to help people who need that help? Does that make sense? I don't want to limit to just those little ideas that we've had. I think it's better to have what can the city do to help those who need a little bit of help easing the pain? Does that make sense?
Are these like grants, or what do you have in mind?
It could be a reduction in rate for someone who's over 65 but is only on Social Security, right? It could be free fare for seniors over 65 who don't have, who rely on Social Security, right? I'm looking for ideas.
Sure.
Instead of just taking those.
You're asking us for some potential suggestions to help people that are low income, that may need additional assistance.
Right, within the scope of the services that we provide.
Things we're already providing.
Correct.
I think we can absolutely do that. We can also bring back to you some information about maybe programs that we already offer to low income residents that residents may not even be aware of. So we can couple that with any additional thoughts that we might have that we can offer as possibilities. I think that's what you're, absolutely.
Yeah. Because when I thought about it, all of us had different ideas, right? But I think that staff has brilliant ideas that we, just by the way we were having the conversation, we were limiting it to certain ideas. And so I'd like to see if there are other opportunities to help those who need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
So,
understood.
Is that?
I'm in agreement with that. I think there's several folks who we don't see, who are unseen, who are living paycheck to paycheck. And I think as a city, I think we need to help them out too. We can't forget about those folks. So I agree with what you're saying. And
that wasn't an ask for this year. See, I told you I wasn't going to ask for anything more in the budget. That's I'd like to have purposeful, thoughtful conversation about it and see what we can do for next year.